week 3 of the National Football League, and our focus is on the Lions' leader at quarterback. He's coming off a big week throwing the ball, nearly hitting 400 yards. It's the Lions and the Panthers on Monday Night Prime Time.
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Tonight, we wrap up Week 3 with a good Monday nighter here between the Carolina Panthers and the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. An early season tilt, and when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet, and both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, even with all the games we have broadcast together over the years, partner, seems like every time we see something new and kind of get that feeling we might get something unique here in this one as well.
No two games are ever really the same, are they, Brandon? Because there's always a couple of little details, standout performances, big plays that help set each game apart. That makes every one of them entertaining to be a part of.
Have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. From the end zone, here comes Williams. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
You want to talk about a driven player, partner. This guy is absolutely that person. He doesn't just have goals in this game. He wants to be remembered among the best to play the position, and he treats every game as an audition for that. It's a lofty goal to set for yourself, but we've seen his drive lead to some impressive games from him. Perhaps another one is in store today.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Baker. The numbers for him from a week ago: 8 catches, 73 yards.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
Looking to throw on second down. Callaway got his man complete over the middle. It's Baker, and he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
On first and 10, Callaway. And nowhere to fit that football. And incomplete. Back to throw again. He's airing it out for Williams. It's caught at the 10. A big play there for Detroit. 65 yards. And that looked almost to be a case of, quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And we knew that they'd try to attack the secondary, but I'm not sure that we thought they'd do it right on the first drive of the game. But here they saw an opportunity, seized it, and it's a big play right off the bat.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
On second down, they'll run it here. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. From the 5-yard line, with this opening drive yield 6. This is third and goal. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down.
Holding, offense.
That's on the tackle, Panay Sewell. The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun. Callaway. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Lions will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
We're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football. After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here are the Panthers under head coach Matt Rule. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
Every quarterback in the NFL has a little bit of his own signature style out there, but for this guy, he really plays the game in a different way. It's led to a couple double takes from us up here as we see him as something truly unique. It's not that he's just the strongest passer or the best athlete to ever play the position. He just has a certain way of seeing the action, and it allows him to make some special plays out there.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The numbers on the ground for Hunt a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
On 2nd down, right back to Hunt. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. 2 yards is the pickup, and it'll be a Carolina first.
Well, they just watched the other team take the ball downfield and score, so they knew that this drive, this opening drive, was on them. And, boy, that was important to pick up that first down there and keep this one going.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run again with Hunt. Gets around him. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Stanton. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. A carry here for Hunt. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Stanton. And that will be incomplete. There's the Panthers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
No, that's you, partner. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that will bring up second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll try the left side. Buckley trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, got the safe completion on 3rd. Jack Fox now gets set to punt. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
2nd and 5 now. Stanton. His throw incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Operating from the gun. Stanton. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A gain of 37.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. Touchdown! Kareem Hunt, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are an extra point away from evening this one up. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So here come the Lions now. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On 3rd down, Callaway. He's got this complete to Williams. And he's going to get this down inside the 40 before he's finally ridden out of bounds. A big play there for Detroit. 42 yards.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game. And they hit that one there for big yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Callaway. He finds his man. Complete. It's Newton. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. The Lions at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought they played pretty well last last week, their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
5-yard gain on the play.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Callaway. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw. Callaway. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Now a man drafted and then let go by the Panthers. Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good, and that'll do it for the first quarter of play. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here.
And the offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
On 2nd and 7, Stanton.
He's got the connection to Moore.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Handoff up the middle, Hunt.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 46 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking left sideline, incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. The offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in it. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. It wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
Now this offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50, 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Covered by J.C. Horner.
On second down, Buckley. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. To throw on third down, Callaway. He finds his man, complete. That's Newton. And he's going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run the counter. Buckley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Callaway. That pass caught. It's Williams. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A good pickup there. 26 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
On first down, Buckley. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. This Carolina defense looking to keep him out of the end zone once more. 3rd and goal. Up the middle they go. Buckley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of the times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Butker now to add the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Carolina getting set to take the field. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. On 2nd down, right back to Hunt. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
That's exactly what you're looking for, the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Looking to throw. Stanton able to complete this to Chenault. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Throwing on first down. Stanton. It's caught. It's Chenault again. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Stanton
swings this out for Hunt. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Stanton. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
They'll look to throw again. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This officially a 55-yard attempt, and he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt, and they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Buckley.
And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Yeah, this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it. And he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. On third down, here's Hunt. And some space here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. He completes it to Beckham. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the run, this is Hunt. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stanton going up top. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. And that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Throwing to start the drive. Callaway. It's complete to Williams.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Looking to throw. Callaway. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started out at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, where you see the final score there. Josh Jacobs, well over 100 yards on the ground with a pair of touchdown runs. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. Najee Harris, a touchdown run in the victory. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville. See what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. Now time for a check of the next-gen stats in the first half for Carolina. And despite the fact that they're down on the scoreboard, they were able to have some success throwing the football in that opening half. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And the half will begin with a touchback. And the Panthers ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. And Charles, some things to like about that first half. Ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out and continue to throw the ball effectively.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
That was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route, and the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
On first down, Stanton. They'll go screen here to Hunt. Only 3 there on the screen at second down. whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Connection made with Chenault.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. From the gun on third down, Stanton. Dancing to his left. And the ball is knocked out. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down a defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On second down now, Buckley. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory.
He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. A 2-yard pickup.
On third down, Callaway. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On 1st and 10, Callaway. Open man right side is St. Brown.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6.
Now a give right side. Buckley. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Operating from the gun, Callaway. Williams brings it in.
He's got the first down and more.
And in for the Lions, touchdown.
Jamison Williams.
His second touchdown of the night.
And the Lions go up by 2 touchdowns.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead now up to 14. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
And onto the field, here come the Panthers.
Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Going to be a loss of 2 on the play. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well. They blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill him for a loss.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Operating from the gun, Stanton. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Here's the Panthers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team would say, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
To throw on third down, Callaway. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on here to punt it away. This is taken around the 12. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Quick slant complete to OBJ.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll run. This is Hunt. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Holding offense.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
On third down, Stanton. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And Detroit getting set to go now. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
To throw on second down, Callaway.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
To throw on third down, Callaway. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a first down. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
They'll run on first down. Buckley.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to 43.
A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Throwing on first down. Callaway.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
Back to throw. Callaway. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now a handoff running through the middle.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On first down, Buckley. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll keep it on the ground. Buckley. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
He was brought down at the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
On 3rd down, Buckley. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Callaway. Forced out to his left. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3? I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Carolina offense about ready to go. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
They go play action here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Stanton. That one is caught by Hunt. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Listen, the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Now Stanton. And this is going to be incomplete. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
They'll run on first down. Buckley. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Callaway.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
From the gun on 3rd down.
Callaway. Throw over the middle. He finds Williams. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Looking to throw. Callaway. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there.
An eligible receiver downfield. Offense.
Yeah, you only get a 1-yard buffer there from the line of scrimmage, and he got downfield a little too far, and the flag came out.
Now a play fake here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket to the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Back to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's Baker. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play. And now what we have here, a 3rd and goal.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Panthers about ready to take over.
And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. On first down, Stanton.
That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. Again, he'll drop to throw. It's caught by OBJ.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
A gain of 15.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Stanton. Buying time, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Stanton. And he completes it to Hunt. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Stanton. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. Well, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Apparently they weren't interested in playing the field position game. They opt to keep their offense out there. A big mistake in hindsight.
Yeah, that one backfired, and hindsight's always 20/20, but let's call it what it was. We would have first guessed that one and said, don't do it here. Bad situation. I think they need to be closer to midfield before I would start to think it was a good idea. Yeah. And once you start taking risks like that, you're going to have to keep taking them throughout the game, especially when they don't work.
Yeah, at this stage of the second half, interesting. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Back to throw. Callaway. He finds his man. Complete. It's Newton. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play. And they're going to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. Callaway. He finds his man. Complete. That's Baker. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 16-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he'll take this one down near the 15.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
On 3rd down, Buckley. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
Harrison Butker on for the field goal. A 28-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's going to be